Today, we are talking about a major scandal that has rocked the world of celebrities. Two famous stars, comedian Kevin Hart and music mogul Sean "Diddy" Combs, are at the center of an alarming story. This story has left fans in shock, and many are wondering what happened behind the scenes. The scandal first started when a man named Freddie P came forward with a shocking claim. Freddie P used to be in a music group that was managed by Diddy. He revealed that his friend walked into a private room at a party and saw something unbelievable. According to Freddie P, his friend caught Diddy and Kevin Hart in a private, inappropriate situation together. The friend had no idea what he was about to see, but when he entered the room, he saw Diddy and Kevin Hart engaging in a sexual act. This was a huge surprise, because Kevin Hart is known for being a funny and family-friendly comedian, and no one expected him to be involved in something like this. Freddie P's friend was so shocked by what he saw that he knew he had to keep the secret. He feared that if he ever told anyone, there would be serious consequences. Diddy is one of the most powerful people in the entertainment world, and he has a lot of influence. Many people believe that Diddy has kept a lot of secrets hidden because he holds so much power in Hollywood. People are afraid to speak out against him because they worry about what he could do to their careers. But that's not the only part of this scandal. There are rumors that Diddy throws wild parties that he calls freak-offs. At these parties, there are reportedly lots of drugs and alcohol, and people are often pressured into doing things they might not want to do. Some people say that Kevin Hart has attended these parties in the past. If this is true, it could mean that Hart may have been involved in more inappropriate behavior than anyone ever imagined. As if the scandal wasn't bad enough, something very strange happened soon after. Kevin Hart suddenly closed all 4 of his fast food restaurants, Hart House, without explaining. He posted a message on social media saying goodbye for now, which confused his fans. Why would Hart close all of his restaurants at the same time? The timing of this decision has raised many questions because it happened just a few days after Diddy was arrested for serious crimes like sex trafficking and kidnapping. This has made people wonder if Kevin Hart is trying to hide something or distance himself from the scandal before more details come out. Speaking of Diddy, he is in huge legal trouble. Diddy has been accused of some very serious crimes, including sex trafficking. The government is investigating him, and they have even raided some of his properties. These are not small accusations, and if Diddy is found guilty, he could face a long time in prison. Many people are watching closely to see what happens next. Kevin Hart, on the other hand, has not said anything publicly about the scandal yet. Fans are waiting to hear his side of the story, but so far, he has stayed silent. Some people think that he is staying quiet because he is afraid of what will happen if more details come out. Others think that maybe Hart is innocent and doesn't want to get involved in the drama. One of the strangest parts of this story is the connection between Diddy and Usher, the famous R&B singer. Years ago, when Usher was just a teenager, he was sent to live with Diddy to learn about the music industry. At the time, Diddy was already an adult, and Usher was just 14 years old. Some people are now wondering if something inappropriate happened between Diddy and Usher when they lived together. Usher has made some comments in interviews that suggest he saw some strange things while living with Diddy, but he has never said exactly what happened. Now, with all of these new allegations against Diddy, people are looking back at Usher's past and questioning what really went on. But the scandal doesn't stop with just Kevin Hart and Usher. Other celebrities have also been pulled into the controversy. For example, rapper Meek Mill has been linked to Diddy's wild parties. There is even a rumor that Meek Mill was drugged at one of these parties and forced into a very uncomfortable situation with Diddy. An audio recording was leaked that supposedly captures Meek Mill screaming in pain during an encounter with Diddy. This audio has gone viral, and fans are horrified by what they are hearing. Meek Mill has denied the rumors and threatened to take legal action against anyone spreading these claims. However, many people are still questioning whether there is some truth to the story. Rapper The Game is also part of this scandal. According to sources, The Game spent 2 years hanging out with Diddy, flying around on private jets and living the high life. But they never made any music together. People are now asking why the game would spend so much time with Diddy if they weren't working on music. This has led to more speculation about what went on during those 2 years, and if you think that's the end of the story, you're wrong. Ray J, another famous rapper, has also been dragged into the scandal. A video clip from years ago shows Ray J threatening rapper Fabulous during a party that Diddy hosted. In the clip, Ray J hints that something inappropriate could happen to Fabulous if he didn't watch out. This clip has resurfaced now that Diddy is in legal trouble, and it's making people wonder if Ray J knew more than he was letting on back then. As more and more celebrities get tangled up in this scandal, fans are left wondering how deep it goes. Will more stars come forward with their own stories about Diddy? Will Kevin Hart finally speak out about what happened? And what will happen to Diddy now that he is facing such serious accusations? Only time will tell, but one thing is for sure: this scandal is far from over. For now, the world is waiting to see what happens next. Will there be more shocking revelations? Will more celebrities be exposed? This is a story that no one saw coming, and it's one that is sure to dominate the headlines for a long time. As we said before, Kevin Hart and Diddy are at the center of a huge scandal, and the more people dig into it, the more troubling it becomes. One of the biggest questions on everyone's mind is, why would someone like Kevin Hart be involved in such a disturbing situation? Kevin Hart is loved by millions of fans around the world. He's known for his comedy, his funny movies, and his family-friendly image. But after Freddie P's shocking story about what his friends saw in that private room, people are beginning to see Kevin Hart in a different light. According to Freddie P's friend, Diddy and Kevin Hart were caught in a very inappropriate moment. What makes this even more shocking is that Diddy is one of the most powerful figures in the entertainment industry. He's been a major player in music for years, and many people believe that he controls more than we even know. Diddy has built a reputation as a businessman, music producer, and fashion mogul. But now, his reputation is being ripped apart by these new allegations. One of the key details that make this scandal even worse is the story of Diddy's infamous freak-off parties. These wild parties have been whispered about in Hollywood for years. People have said that they were filled with drugs, alcohol, and pressure to do things that many would find disturbing. These parties were secretive, and only certain people were invited, including big-name celebrities like Kevin Hart. Rumors are now swirling that Kevin Hart might have attended these parties in the past. What happened at these parties? Well, according to different reports, the guests were encouraged to engage in inappropriate behavior, often under the influence of drugs and alcohol. Some of the people at these parties might have felt pressured to join in, even if they didn't want to. And because Diddy is so powerful, many believe that those who attended were too scared to speak out. The people who went to these parties may have felt that they had no choice but to stay silent or risk their careers. As we mentioned earlier, Kevin Hart made a strange decision right after Diddy's arrest. Hart shut down all 4 locations of his fast food chain, Hart House. He didn't give any real explanation, just a message saying, "Goodbye for now." This has left everyone scratching their heads, wondering why he would close his restaurant so suddenly. Could it be related to the scandal? Many people think it is. The timing of Hart's decision is suspicious, to say the least. It came just days after Diddy was arrested, which makes people wonder if Kevin Hart is trying to avoid more controversy. Some think he might be distancing himself from Diddy before even more details come out about what happened at those parties. If more information about Hart's involvement is revealed, his reputation could take a serious hit, and shutting down his business could be his way of protecting himself. Now let's talk about Diddy's legal troubles. This isn't just a minor scandal, it's a massive legal case that involves serious crimes. Diddy has been charged with things like sex trafficking, racketeering, and kidnapping. These are very serious accusations that could land Diddy in prison for a long time if he's found guilty. The investigation into Diddy has been going on for months, and it's led to FBI raids on his homes in both Beverly Hills and Miami. The authorities are looking into everything, including videos and testimonies from people who attended his parties. One of the biggest parts of the investigation is focused on the way Diddy allegedly treated women at these parties. There are claims that women were forced or coerced into doing things they didn't want to do, and that Diddy used his power to manipulate and control people. If these claims turn out to be true, it could destroy Diddy's career and reputation completely. The scandal doesn't just involve Kevin Hart and Diddy. Another big name that has come up is Usher, the famous R&B singer. Usher's connection to Diddy goes back decades, and now people are looking at that relationship in a new way. When Usher was just 14 years old, he went to live with Diddy to learn about the music industry. At the time, Usher was still a kid, and Diddy was already an adult. This arrangement seemed innocent at first, but now people are questioning whether there was something more going on. In recent years, Usher has hinted that he saw some strange things while living with Diddy. During an interview, Usher said that Diddy's house was filled with chicks and orgies non-stop, which left many people shocked. Usher was only a teenager at the time, and some believe that he may have been exposed to things he wasn't ready to see. Now that Diddy is facing these serious charges, people are wondering if Usher was another one of Diddy's victims. Another rapper who has been linked to this scandal is Meek Mill. There's a disturbing rumor that Meek Mill was drugged at one of Diddy's parties and forced into an uncomfortable situation. An audio recording was leaked, which supposedly captures Meek Mill screaming in pain during an encounter with Diddy. This recording has gone viral, and people are horrified by what they've heard. Meek Mill has denied these claims, but the audio is making many people wonder if he's hiding something. The Game, another famous rapper, has also been brought into the scandal. According to sources, The Game spent 2 years hanging out with Diddy, but they never made any music together. Instead, they spent their time partying, flying on private jets, and enjoying a luxurious lifestyle. Fans are now asking why The Game would stick around with Diddy for so long if they weren't working on music. This has led to even more questions about what was really happening during those 2 years. Lastly, we can't forget about Ray J, who is also tangled up in this web of rumors. Years ago, Ray J had a falling out with rapper Fabulous, and during a party hosted by Diddy, Ray J made some shocking threats. In a video clip that recently resurfaced, Ray J hinted that Diddy's parties involved inappropriate behavior and even threatened that someone at the party liked men and might target Fabulous. This clip has now taken on new meaning as people wonder if Ray J was hinting at something darker. In conclusion, this scandal is one of the biggest to hit Hollywood in a long time, and it's only getting bigger as more details come to light. Kevin Hart, Diddy, Usher, Meek Mill, and many others are all caught up in a web of rumors, secrets, and disturbing allegations. Fans are eagerly waiting to see what happens next and whether more shocking revelations will come out. One thing is for sure, this story is far from over.